the sad part about us. It's the thing we shouldn't talk about out loud. So it
Right.
took a lot about coming out, being able to speak and heal that part, which, wanted to hide that part of me.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I just want to say that at the beginning, that it wasn't my career from the start. But what opened my, awaken my consciousness to something is happening is actually unhealthy relationships and abuse I suffered in the toxic relationship. And one day it was just too much. So it
Mm.
started with the fog, and I was disoriented, disassociated, and my response or trauma response to that. So I'll say that trauma in a context a few times throughout our interview, because as you said, I'm certified in trauma work.
Mhm.
So it was the trauma in me which was covering, or could not feel it in my body. It was
Mhm.
hiding, and I just felt
Yes.
uncomfortable, but to the point where I was just disoriented, couldn't put a finger on it. I just
Mm.
was detached from the feelings, because that was my survival mechanism. That was my trauma strategy to be able to
Right.
cope. But one day it was just too much, and I just said, my work doesn't work. My life doesn't work. I feel like I'm missing compass. I'm feeling like I'm
Mm.
going deeper into discomfort, and I have to fix it. So the point for me was getting in touch with my body and start reaching out to people who understand the somatic work. So my meaning
Mhm.
body, so embodiment work. And the trauma is part of it, because trauma is stored in our body. So I started healing and releasing those parts, which I didn't allow myself to feel. And through that work, I was able to fix my life, to be more happy, to make decisions more with ease, and let go of that relationship which no longer served me. And that was a transformation I went through my own healing.
Mm.
And while I was unpeeling the layers, I realized I can share the gift with others, because it's really hard for others to, yeah, to even put the words to it. I was just confused. I was
Right.
just in a fog. So I needed a help. I needed a guide. I needed someone who can kind of send me the message from the healed side and hold me accountable for the changes and for the healing. And now I like to do that for others. So the main mission is, I know how it feels to be healed, and
Mhm.
I can pull you out from where you feel like you're not integrated yet, because we're not broken. We're not,
Right.
there's nothing wrong with us. But sometimes we need a frequency of someone who is already on the other side, just to give us a sense of where is your wound, where you feel unhealed, where you still feel that you're scared to meet that parts of you which are
Mhm.
suffering. I'm not enough, or imposter syndrome, or I'm not loved, I'm not lovable. So if there is someone who holds your hand, or holds the presence while you're asking yourself those questions, oh, it's wonderful. So I did that work with someone, and now I'm guiding
Paying it
others
forward.
through the
Mhm.
discovery. Yeah, exactly. So that's the journey. Yeah. And you also mentioned the adversity. So it was a difficult time for me to let go of that relationship.
Yeah.
And it was just pulling me in to play that game. So there was an invitation of, like, let's just, how would I put this? Keep playing. So there was an invitation, like, I've got your car, I've got your possession,
Mm.
and like, I won't pay your rent, and all of those, like conflicts. And to let go of all these invitations to keep playing, to keep
Mhm.
being engaged with the control and the dance we had together, I had said, no, thank you. I said, this is enough. I'm not playing, I'm out. And it meant to stand on my own feet, and I wasn't
Mhm.
prepared or preparing for that in a long time. It was just all in sudden, it's just like, I can't. So yeah, I had to step into unknown. So it was my own decision, and it was the courage to say, like, I can do this, even though I have to leave everything behind. And I think it was that self-trust which brought forward also my intuition. And
Mhm.
in a short amount of time, I was actually able to find help for myself. I was very lucky to be placed in women's shelter or refuge, depends on how you call it. So that was a place where women with children can go and find a safe place for while they can stand on their own. So
Yeah.
I was really, really blessed. And the other help I relied on was my mother's group, my friends from, the circles um, where we had same age children, and they donated some clothes for me and my
Oh.
daughter and helped me, yeah, to put some things in the kitchen because I had nothing, not even a spoon, no plates. And I remember the first day when I could sleep in pajamas and I was just like, no
Oh.
more sleeping in jeans. So
Oh.
there's a humble beginnings, but there was something in me which knew that this is better, this is safe, this is actually a breakthrough to
Yes.
do something good for me and my family.
Yeah, because it sounds like it was a narcissistic relationship, and they're so controlling, and I can relate a little to that because I was in one, and when I was willing to walk away from everything I had, leave with
Mm.
just my clothes, and completely start over. I wanted away from that craziness so much. So I can completely identify with that, and it is absolutely liberating when you get out from under that. It's scary because you are stepping into the unknown, but if you look at it too, that it's a new experience and it's exciting and what is it I can learn? And when you do get yourself out of that situation like you did and you've done what you've done with your life, it's just amazing, and then you get to pay it forward to others.
Yeah, yeah, and it's not easy. So just to um, give a hope to everyone, like I was in the relationship for 2 years, and I'm now 2 years outside, and I still feel, the aftermath. I'm still on my
Yes.
healing journey. So there are layers and layers, but I
Right.
also see a massive difference into how free I feel in my own mind because the strange part of leaving that relationship, you still have that voice, you still have their
Mhm.
kind of thoughts, and you question everything you do. So you have to
Yeah.
shake that off. And it's eh, I say it's a teamwork. So I did find team, I did find support, and
Yeah.
yeah, that's the message for others. So the big part is, yeah, step one is realization, and step two is find your support and find your tribe because I don't think anyone can do it alone. It's very, very difficult.
No.
And once you do share your story, you also have that shame shaken
Mhm.
away from you because if you run it and you don't share what's happening or not the full extent, because your friends can't understand or you feel like, well, no one gets him as I get him, so that keeps you really small. So once you open up, I remember I had this realization in the women's shelter. I was like, oh, everyone got the same guy as me. And I heard the
Yes.
stories and I was just like, he did tell you that too? Like, I can't believe it. This is a same way out. There's like a cookbook or like a recipe for disaster, and we
Yes.
all went through the same story. And then I had this calling saying like, okay, if there is a same way out, there is a same way out, and let's just find the way and help others. So, there is a recipe for healing. There is a recipe for empowerment and freedom, and I found that recipe, and yeah, that's what I do today, and I just love it.